Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of October 2023. First card out for you is Victory in reversed. So I kind of see this card as building up your victory story and kind of creating a sort of momentum towards your success. So some of you may be saving your money right now, for instance, paying off debts, or working hard towards a goal, and it feels like victory or you achieving this goal is in sight. It may not feel like it's super close, but you are certainly making a lot more progress, and you're at a much faster moving speed and momentum than I think you even realize. So that's really good. Okay, so this month may be one where you work pretty hard, save some money up, and kind of focus on yourself, your own success story, which is great. Your message from Spirit this month is stand your ground. And it says, standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know that you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. You will be the victor, and you have the victory card here as well. Wow. Lots of synchronicities this reading. I already feel it. I feel like what this is really saying though is by not giving up, okay? Like if you have a solid momentum, a solid routine going with a goal, for instance, if you have been working a lot, trying to reach a goal with that, or if you've been on a certain diet or exercise regimen and, a part of you wants to, fall back into old ways, it is saying that if you keep up this momentum, this pace, you will be extremely victorious, and you're actually making a lot more progress right now than you realize. Even if you don't see it that clearly, you are making progress. So don't give up, stand your ground. Also, I want to say if any of you watching are in any sort of legal battle here, I do kind of view this as a success as long as you don't give in and you keep, standing up for your beliefs and your integrity and what you believe you deserve and what you have the right to. So, really stand your ground with that. This could apply to many different areas in life. If there's a certain issue that is bothering you at work or at home, bring it up, speak up for yourself, be your own advocate. I feel like that will go such a long way for you. And we have service. You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. So when you say to the universe, use me for the greatest good of this planet, direct me towards whatever creative ideas or services that I can offer that will benefit the planet. It's really funny because once that happens and you view it in that way, you end up getting everything you want anyway. So instead of using the law of attraction necessarily to achieve a certain desire or outcome, especially if you already set the intention for that, you don't have to keep focusing on it. Now focus on how can I be of service? How can I offer value to the universe? How can I give back to humanity, to the world at large? And ironically, it's like once you start doing that, everything that you desired previously anyways comes to fruition. So it's really cool. We're going to get 9 cards, 3 rows of 3, but so far the overall energy I'm feeling is that you guys are working pretty hard. If you're a parent, you're really focused on your kids right now. If you're working or studying, you're really focused on that, or whatever your personal goals are headed into this month. I see you staying extremely focused on them and building that momentum and keeping things moving forward, which is amazing. So 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 to represent this month. First card out for you is Justice. And what were we just saying about those of you going through legal issues? This is a sign of victory. Okay, you will win what you deserve. Also, I want to say that all of your previous hard work that you've put in will start to pay off for you this month. I am seeing signs around you that you'll see this month of success starting to come in, of victory starting to come in. So it's not like you're going to be sitting here working and you're like, oh my gosh, this is awful, there's no payout for this. Like, no, you will see differences this month for sure. I feel like this victory is starting to trickle in for you this month, actually. This happiness, this peace, this abundance is trickling in for you. Second card out is the Five of Wands, and this is coming out right underneath Stand Your Ground, ironically. And this is a card about standing your ground. And we see here there's 5 children kind of practicing how to fight using sticks. They're not using swords, so no one's getting really hurt here, but they are all defending themselves and doing what they can to contribute to the fight and stand their ground, right? And they're all on equal footing. They're all different. And we see here from the polka dots on this person's shirt, it's not really a super serious fight either. So what this card is telling me is, I'm seeing conversations, communication, asking for what you want and being your own advocate and standing up for yourself. Now, this isn't going to be in a super serious manner. I want to point that out. It's not going to be like you fighting for your life over something. It's something that you think you deserve or that you really want. And it may not even be a necessity. Like you say, for example, you have a family and like a spouse, you may really want to move to like a vacation town and have fun there. And it's like this fun sort of arguing where it's like you're arguing your case, like, oh my gosh, it'll be so fun to live in this destination, and you're putting it out there, so it's something like that I feel here. I also want to say, if you do have children, they may be starting to kind of find their voice a bit more, use their voice a bit more. Some of you watching, I'm just like seeing you say, yup, they're starting to scream all the time now. Or even if they're older, it's like they're, talking back. They are trying to like see how far they can push the envelope. And that is a good thing, because it's them, learning how to use their voice and in a very new way. They're seeing how much they can get, how much they can advocate for themselves, what they want, what they need, which is a good thing. But obviously, since they're children, it may be a little bit difficult to navigate, because it's like, well, yes, I know that you want to eat a bunch of candy, and that's great that you're speaking up for yourself and being a self-advocate for that. However, no, you can't do that. So I don't know. It's like that sort of situation where you're going to have to like carefully, not like argue back, but just stand up for yourself while your children are learning to speak their voice, if you have children. Third card out is the Ace of Wands. Okay. Speaking of children, some of y'all are making babies out here this month. I'm just saying, guys, Ace of Wands is a very sensual card, okay? Someone wants you. There's a lot of passion here, a new passion coming in, definitely. So if you are single and dating or talking, this is someone coming in. It could be casual. It could be something that, leads to something more. The good thing about the Ace of Wands that we see here is there's a ton of leaves growing from it. So it kind of shows the potential of this. It's like where it's at right now is so new, it can kind of turn into anything. It's like a stem cell in a way. Like it can turn into anything at this point, but it is something new. And it's something very exciting. This is the type of stuff where you fall asleep thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection, although for a lot of you, I feel like this is romance budding and growing. And that potential of like, where could this lead, is very exciting. But this could also be a new project or hobby that you become like obsessed with. It's that thing where it's like you can't stop thinking about it. I equate these wands sometimes to starting a really good book as well, book series, like the first book of a series you're reading for the first time and you're hooked, or like a video game, same energy. It's like you just want to do it all the time. Like you hurry up and go through your chores, your tasks for the day so you can go home and read this book, or talk to this person, or play this video game, or work on this project. It's that sort of passion. So we are seeing a lot of that for you. this month, and it'll look different for everyone, but I am seeing for a lot of you, it does feel to be either romantic or maybe even a new job, because it is right underneath service. So this could be, you know, a new project, a new way in which you give back to society or job, something like that. It'll look a little different. Moving on, second row, fourth card out is the Tower, right underneath that Justice card here. Something has come to a close. I am seeing something happening in October that is very unexpected, and it'll shake you up. Now, the energy I'm feeling just intuitively, it feels really good. Like, it feels like you weren't expecting. Some of you might be traveling spontaneously, honestly. Like, you know, a weekend suddenly frees up, and you know, you just so happen, this happened to me last year. You just so happen to look at flight prices and they just happen to be really cheap, and you just so happen to buy them. You know, it could be a spontaneous like travel plans, or even spontaneous love, as I was saying, like you weren't exactly trying or expecting to fall for someone or meet someone new. It kind of just happened like that, and you feel like you would be dumb to let this, you know, get away from you. So it feels like something very unexpected that is positive. I'm also seeing here the foundation of toxicity. Anything that was toxic in your life is crumbling right now, and there's still like a fallout from that. In particular, I'm seeing some of you, you know, you may have a child with someone who you're no longer with, and that relationship you had with them was kind of toxic, and they may not even be the best parent, and you're kind of seeing them as a person separate from you, kind of crumbling a bit. So that's another predictor of this. And I just want to say, like, again, if anyone's involved in anything legal, I feel like it would go in your favor, because you're coming off energetically as much more stable, as opposed to whoever else is involved with this. So yeah. Center of your spread is the Page of Swords. New communication, new idea. And again, this is that spontaneous message, that spontaneous travel, news coming in. And he's looking over, he's at the center of the spread, and he's looking over at the Tower here. So I feel like this is something brand new after something toxic comes crumbling down here. It could also be news that you hear on a situation that has failed for you in the past, like, or something that's like still, you know, crumbling down in your life. You hear news about it. Interesting. That I'm not a Taurus. I don't have any major Taurus placements, so I don't know what the heck this is talking about, guys. So use your own intuition here. If you know what I'm talking about, feel free to comment it down below. Like, it feels like something is exiting your life. There's still maybe like some impending paperwork or details to organize about it, and you will be hearing news that will allow you to move forward more freely this month. Also, I'm seeing new communication coming in general, okay? Third card out is the Eight of Wands. As we just said, that this is literally my card of communication, and very, very quick forward momentum progress. Like I said, this month, honestly, Taurus, it feels like a month of really quick momentum, things changing rapidly. Expect spontaneity as well in a beautiful direction, okay? Like I said, romance, particularly like newer romance for some of you, where it may still be in that more like honeymoon, sensual energy. It's not quite like love and deep and committed yet, but it does seem to be moving quite rapidly, perhaps into that direction. And I'm also seeing like you getting calls, emails, jobs. If you're like a freelancer or salesperson, you know, I'm seeing a lot of opportunities coming in for you there, a lot of sales coming in for you there that keeps you busy. I'm also seeing invitations or any social event that you are obligated to go to this month, like weddings, parties, things like that. It feels like there's a lot going on around you socially. A lot of people are coming in, wanting your energy, offering you something, offering you an invitation, offering you something to look forward to. So it's really great. Final row out for you, seventh card, is the Eight of Pentacles. in reverse. So there is something a little bit tedious coming through when it comes to this month here. This is something that you have to repeat over and over and over again. It's like the same thing. And we see here there is an apprentice, and he's practicing making these pentacles, and he hangs all of them proudly up on his tree, and each pentacle he makes improves in quality. But he is a perfectionist, you know, with the one pentacle laying on the ground. If it's not up to his standards, he's not going to use it. So this tediousness, I guess you could say, is him perfecting his skills. So in reverse, there is a bit of impatience here when it comes to something that you just feel like you have to do it over and over and over again. You really don't like it. This could also show the aspects of our job that we don't like, or aspects of our life purpose that we don't like. You know, if you're a parent, I'm sure there are aspects of parenting you can't stand, and this month you may have to do some of those aspects, or it could be with a job or a certain relationship that you have. I don't know. There's like aspects to it that seem tedious for you. Others of you, you know, this could also represent just learning in general, especially if you're going to school or learning any new skill. There is a bit of a tedium, and it's not necessarily fun to learn. It becomes more fun when you have everything memorized and you can be more intuitive with it, more creative with it. But right now it's like you're learning the basic building blocks, and that's not like the fun part of it. It will, whatever this is for you, it will become more fun though. I want to say that once you memorize these basic foundations and you lay a really good foundation out for it. Same thing can apply to relationships, honestly. Like, everyone talks about the honeymoon phase of relationships, and like, I can't stand the honeymoon phase because it's so like, you don't know where it's going, you don't know if your time's being wasted. And it's like, once you really can trust someone and you communicate with them and you have a good rhythm with each other, those are the basic building blocks of the relationship. Then you could start having a lot of creative, intuitive fun, spontaneous adventures, planning trips in the future, just relaxing, having fun together, being yourself, and adventuring out, you know? So it doesn't just have to be work related or related to you. It could also be relationships. I just feel like you're in this stage right now in October where you are setting down that foundation, that healthy foundation, because you just pulled up a really unhealthy foundation in your life. And that's still, you know, there's still some fallout there, some details to be ironed out there, but right now you're building new foundations that are healthy. But, you know, there are aspects of that, you know, might give you anxiety or a headache, or just, you know, be a little bit tedious for you. But I see it getting better and better and better this month, and you'll start to enjoy this more and more and more. So beautiful. 8th card out is Judgment reversed. Yeah, I think you're pretty over the past, guys. Like, with this Tower card, I am seeing for a lot of you it could be an ex, for example, and I don't know, there may still be ties there that you're trying to figure out, like, especially if you had a house, children together. It's like you're still trying to figure out how that's going to work. Or even if you don't have those things, you know, you may still have them in your life, and you're like, well, do we be friends? Do we not be friends? It's whatever. But I definitely see you here having an opportunity this month to, I guess you could say, go back to what's comfortable and revive something from the past that has died off, right? But with this in reverse, you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That would be a bad judgment call. One thing I am seeing here as well is your biggest challenge this month is giving up prematurely on something that is gonna be really, really successful and fun for you in the future, okay? So some of you, you're going through this tedious process of building something brand new, like a brand new relationship, where you're still building trust, right? Trust. Or it could be like a new job where you're like, there's such a huge learning curve that you're trying to get over and it's not that fun, or a new skill or a new habit that's really good for you. And again, it's like not in your comfort zone yet. It will become a lot more fun when it is integrated into your comfort zone. So I feel like this month, your biggest challenge is to remind yourself not to give up on this thing, okay? Whatever it is for you. Final card out, 4 of Cups reversed, exactly. This is a card saying, like, don't give up. You know, sometimes when I see the 4 of Cups, it's like the universe is handing you your soulmate right here. It's right in front of your eyes. You're just not looking at it because, you know, there's some work to do to reach out and grab it, you know. And we see here he has 3 cups right in front of him, and he's like, well, these weren't good enough and these failed, whatever. Like, they're okay, whatever. But it's just like whenever the Four of Cups comes out, it's like, don't miss an opportunity or give up on something that's really good for you because you've been hurt in the past, or because, you know, there is a learning curve, or you may view it as tedious, whatever. Like, that would be a big mistake here. Don't disillusion yourself by saying, oh, this isn't for me, when it is actually like a soulmate contract, whether it's a person or like a soulmate job or soulmate skill or talent that you're developing. So this is actually going to be a really positive month, to be honest, with the Page of Swords, with the Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands. These all shine, and Justice upright, not to mention, like, these are all very positive cards here. My message to you is, do not give up on this, because it is like soulmate contracted to be in your life, and you're just going through a sort of learning curve period in the month of October, where you're being asked to, like, you know, create more roots in this, whatever it is for you. Now, I have no idea what this reading was talking about, so comment down below how this resonates for you, and, you know, listen to your own intuition here. Thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs this month to get the fullest overview of the month ahead. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.